Hello everyone, welcome to the course of building a real estate website with Drupal for the beginners. It's a beginner course for the Drupal developers. Now let me give you the course overview. This is a comprehensive beginners course in which you will learn how to build a fully functional real estate website using Drupal. It is designed for real estate agents and web developers. It is led by an experienced instructor. We will do hands-on step-by-step instructions, and we will teach you this course by using hands-on practical. Why we use Drupal? We use Drupal because it is one of the most popular open source content management systems available today. It is flexible and customizable. It is ideal for building real estate websites. What you will learn in this course? You will learn in this course how to set up a development environment, how to install WAMP and Drupal, how to design the website layout and structure. You will create custom content types for properties. What are the benefits of this course? The benefit of this course is that you will gain valuable knowledge and skills for your career. You will create a professional looking real estate website, and you will showcase properties and generate leads. You will connect with potential clients. The course instructor is an experienced instructor with a proven track record of 29 years professional experience. He will guide you through all the steps necessary to create your own real estate website and will be available for support and questions throughout the course. So enroll now, start building your own real estate website today and gain valuable skills and knowledge for your career in Drupal. Thank you. Thank you for considering building a real estate website for Drupal, a beginner's course on Udemy. We look forward to helping you achieve your goals. Thank you very much. Stay connected. Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I will tell you how to install WAMP server on Windows operating system. So open your browser, and in the browser type wampserver.com/en for English. So we have the WAMP server main page. In here, click on the download, and in the download, depending on your operating system, you can either select WAMP server 64 bits or WAMP server 32 bits. I will select 64 bits because I'm using 64 bits Windows operating system. Now here is a form that you need to fill, but if you want to skip, you can go to the option, you can download it directly. Click on this option and it will start downloading from the sourceforge.net website automatically. Your download will start shortly. Now here it is. I will download it into my downloads folder. It takes some time, so wait for it. On my machine it will take about 20 minutes, so wait for the download. So here it is, the WAMP server is downloaded. Once it is downloaded, we need to run the setup file to install it. Double click on the WAMP server setup file. Click on yes. select the language. We select English, accept the agreement, click on next. I will not install it on C drive because I already have an installed version on the C drive, so I will install it on D drive. Here's the folder where you will install the WAMP server, so I will install it on d:\WAMP64. And these are the different options that you need to select. I will just leave the default options and click on the next. Would you like to continue? Yes. Click on install. So the installation has been started. The files are extracted in D drive WAMP64 folder. It takes some time to install these files. So here we are. It is asking about the browser. Edge will be used as browser by WAMP server. Do you want to change another browser installed on your system? If you want to use Edge as your browser, you can select no. And if you want to change the browser, you can select yes. So since I like Google Chrome, so I will use the Google Chrome. I will say yes because I want to change the browser. Now here it is asking for the browser, so I will go to the C: program files, Google, sorry, I'll go to the C drive, program files, Google, then Chrome, and then application, and select chrome.exe. Do you want to use notepad.exe will be used as text editor by WAMP server. Do you want to choose another editor? No, I don't want another editor. I will use the notepad. It is setting up the options. Please read the following important. You need to continue the setup. So I will just click on the continue and finish. So here we are. We have successfully installed the WAMP server on our machine. We can test our WAMP server by going to the start menu, and then we have the WAMP server 64 option in our programs here. If I select it, it will ask for me verified publisher is this one, file origin is this, and if you do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device, I will select yes. It will make some installations. And we have WAMP server installed on our system. When WAMP server is installed successfully, we will see an icon in the taskbar here, the WAMP icon. If we click it, we have all these options over here. We have localhost, we have phpMyAdmin, and other options. To see if it is working, we will click on the localhost. So here it is. It means we have successfully installed the WAMP server on our Windows operating system. We can click on PHP info to see different system options, like we have PHP version 8.0.26, and similarly we can have different options like PHP admin. Here is the PHP admin. It is asking for the username and password. So let me give the username. The default username is root with no password. So here we have these databases on our WAMP server. So we have successfully installed WAMP server on our Windows machine. In the next video, I will tell you how to create a database on the WAMP server, how to create users of the database, and how to assign privileges to the users. So stay connected. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I will tell you how to create MySQL database, add users to the MySQL database, and assign users to the database. We will do it by going to the local host of our WAMP server. This is the main page of the WAMP server local host. Then go to the PHP myadmin. You can log into the MySQL by giving the username and password. Oops, I gave the wrong password. It has no password. Username is root and with no password. So here we get the main screen of the PHP myadmin. From here, first of all, I will create a database. To create a database, click on the database tab, and over here we will give the name of the database. So I'll give it the name, for example, real estate. If I want to create a database for the real estate, this is the database name, and click on the create. So over here we have the database created. If we go to the main page and see the list of the database, we have real estate database. So this is how we create database. The next thing is to create users. So we will go to the user accounts, and over here I will say add user account. First of all, I have to give the username. Let me give the username as Heather, for example, and the host is localhost. I will create user for this host. I will give any password, for example, ABC8123, ABC8123, and then I will click on go to create the database. The passwords are not the same, so let me give the password again. For simplicity, I will just give 123. For the first time, I am not granting any privileges, so I will just click on go to create the user. Now we have a new user with the name Heather. Now if we click on the user accounts, we will have a new user Heather. Now the next thing is to assign privileges to the user, and the user host name is localhost, and the privileges, global privileges are usage. I need to give all privileges to the users. So I will go to the real estate database, then go to the privileges, and then over here I can add the user, or either I can go to the user accounts and then go to the edit privileges, Since I'm going to give privileges to a real estate database, I will click on the database, select the real estate database, and then go to the global and check all. It will give all privileges to this particular database. So when I click on the go, it will grant privileges to the real estate database. So if I go again to the databases, if I go to the database, we have real estate database, and if I check the privileges, we have the user header with all privileges to the real estate database, which is stated over here. Now we have, in this presentation, I have told you how to create a database. We have created a real estate database. The next thing we did is that we created a user with the name Heather, and the next step was to assign privileges to this particular users on the real estate database. So in the next step, we will install our content management system. So we will install a Drupal in the next step. Thank you very much. Hello everyone. In this tutorial, I will tell you how to install Drupal. We will install it on WAMP, but you can also install it on your website where you have hosted using the control panel. So let's start. We will install it on the WAMP server. We have the WAMP server over here in the local host. So the first thing is to download Drupal, and we will download it from drupal.org. Here it is. We'll go to the, click on the, click on try Drupal and download. Here it is. We'll download the zip file. Let me download it. Let me download it on the desktop. It takes some time to download. So we have downloaded the Drupal 10.0.7.zip file. Open the zip file. We have Drupal 10.0.7 folder in it. So I will install it on the WAMP server. So I'll go to the WAMP folder over here. Here's WAMP 64 and go to the www folder. Select the folder and extract the folder in the www folder of the WAMP. It takes some time. So here we have the Drupal 10.0.7 folder. You can rename it to, you can rename the folder to any name. Let me rename it to realtors, for example. Now once we have this realtors folder, in the www folder we can start installation of the Drupal. So we will install it by saying localhost/realtors, and this is the name of the folder that we have just copied. Now here is the first page of the Drupal installation. It is asking for the language. I will select English. I will select the standard installation. Now here it says The database I will use MySQL. The database name I will mention the one that I did in the created in the during the setup. I will go to the PHP my admin, log into the. Now here, if you see, we have the databases. We have a real estate database, which is an empty database. So I will use this database over here. So I will say real estate. This is the name of the database. And the database username is the user that I created for this database. And that username was Heather. So I will use the name Heather over here. And the password I gave over there was 123. It will be the same password. So I will say 123. I don't need to set up the advanced options. So I will leave it as it is. I will click on save and continue. The installation has been started. It takes some time to install. It is installing different modules. Now you have to configure the site. So the first thing is to give the site name. Let me give it the name Realtors. You can give it any name to the website. It will be displayed at the top of the website. The next thing is the site email address. Let me give it my email address. The next thing is to give a username for the site management. So usually you can give it username admin, or you can give it any name with a password. Reconfirm the password, and then you can give the default country. Since I'm in Pakistan, I will give it Pakistan. You can also give it a default time zone, and you can set the update notifications. I will leave the default as it is. Just unclick the receive email notifications and click on save and continue. So we have installed the Drupal website, and it is up and running now. So this is how we install. Congratulations, you installed Drupal. This is the first page, and we will continue configuring our Drupal site, and we will add contents to this website. So please stay connected. Thank you very much. Now that we have set up Drupal on our local host, we need to add contents to our website. Now, before going to adding contents to our website, there are different content types in the Drupal. By default, there are two content types. If we go to the contents, we can add content over here. And if we go to the structure, you will see the content types option over here. And if you see, we have two content types by default in the Drupal. The first one is article, and the second one is the basic page. We can have our own content types by adding new content types. Now these two basic content types have different fields. If I click on the manage fields of the article, we will see that there are four fields in this content type: body of the article, and comments, and image, and tags. We can also add more fields to the existing content types. And if we go back to the basic page and go to the manage fields, we have only one field in this content type, and that is the body. and at the same time we can also add fields to this content type. But in this project we will not add any fields to the existing content types. We will leave these two content types as it is, and we will try to create our own content types in this course. Now, if we go back to the site, this is the default contents which are available over here. Since I'm developing a real estate website, I will create a welcome page for this website. So we can create the web page by going to the content and then add content. Now over here, I will write an article. I will add an article as content type. So let me click on the article. If you see, these are the fields which are available in the content type. We have a title, then there is an image, then there is a body, there are tags, and we can add all these fields. So the first I will, since I am adding a welcome page, so I will give the title as welcome. I am not adding any image, so I will leave it blank. And in the body, I will write a welcome message for my customers. So I have already written a welcome message. Let me just copy it. I will also leave the tags as blank. I will select the published because I want to publish this article. So when I click on in and over here in the promotion options, you will select the promoted to front page because I want this page to be displayed on the front page of my website. So when I click on the save button, this article is saved. And now I have my own web page over here on my website. Now let me tell you one other thing, that over here the users can write their comments. Now in this particular article, I don't want to allow users to write their comments. So what I will do, I will go to the contents, and here is the welcome page. I will edit it, and in the comments section over here, the comments are open. I will select the option of closed and then click on the save button. And when I go to the website, here is the welcome message and the comments are closed. There are no comments, so the user cannot add any comments. So this is how we can add contents to our website. This was our first content which we have added. In the next section, I will add more contents to the website. Thank you very much. Now that we have added contents to our Drupal website, let me tell you something about the blocks layout in Drupal. In Drupal, information or widgets are placed on the web page using the blocks. So all these widgets that you are looking here, these are placed in different blocks, and how these blocks looks like, let me add, let me show it uh, in the structure. We will go, if you go to the structure and go to the block layout, you will see that there are different blocks in the web page. And the first one is the header, which you see over here. This is the header. Then is the primary menu. It is the primary menu over here. And then is the secondary menu, which comes over here. This is the secondary menu. The next block is the hero, which is not displayed. Then we have the highlighted blocks, we have different widgets over here, and then we have the social bar, which is this one. You see, this one is the social bar, and then we have the contents. The contents are placed over here. This is the contents block, and then contents below, anything, any widget that you place over here will be displayed after the contents over here. And there are different footers, footer top and footer bottom. Here is the footer top, and then here is the footer bottom, where you can place different widgets. Now I will make some changes to my blocks in this web page, and I just want to remove all these items over here and this RSS field from here. So I can simply, if you move your mouse cursor to this, you will see the edit icon, and over here I will say remove block. This will remove the block placement. You may need to place it again, so it is not a very harmful operation. You can add it again, so I will remove. You see the block is removed. I also want to remove this block, so I will say remove. This will also be removed, and if I refresh the web page, the page is now little bit cleaner. I also want to remove the search button, the search icon from here, so I can remove it from, if you see, I will remove it. There is no edit option over here, or the edit option is, if it is not clickable, then you can go to the structure and you can remove it from here. So I have the primary menu over here and the secondary menu over here. So from the primary menu, I will go to the configure and I will remove. And you need to save the blocks after removing. I have saved, and if I refresh it, again it is coming. Let me check it again. I have to remove it from here. So it is removed. Now this is how we can play with the blocks in Drupal. You can also add blocks. For instance, you can add a block over here. Let me add a block in the footer, for example. So I will go to the footer, and I can place any block. For example, let me add, for example, the who is online, and then click on the save block, click on save, and when I refresh it, it will add this block who is online, and I can remove it either from here, or I can go to the blocks and remove the block from there. So this is how it is removed. So we will need different blocks at different locations, and we can add blocks and remove blocks to our website depending upon our needs. In the next video, I will tell you how to create another page. So I will create a contacts page in Drupal. So stay connected. Thank you very much. Now let me tell you how to add a contacts page in Drupal. Here is our main page of the Drupal. We will go to the contents and then add content, then article, and over here I will say contacts, and in the body I will write the contacts. To save time, I will just copy and paste. So we have an article, and in the body I have written the phone number, the WhatsApp number, an email message, and a short message for the customer. You can also mention the address. Now the next thing is to add this to the menu also. So in the menu option, I will select provide a menu link, and the title, I will leave the title as context. I can also change it, and the parent menu is the main navigation. I want to put it in the main navigation. Now let me save it. Now if I save it, I have this context page over here. The comments are coming again, so I can either remove the comments from the contents. I will go to the edit, and then in the comments section I will select close. This is one method, but if you want to delete or to hide comments from all the articles, you can go to the structure, then the content types, and then article, and go to the manage fields. After going to the manage fields, select the manage display, and in the manage display, if you don't want the comments in all the articles, just drag it and put it in under the disabled option. So when I click on the save, the option will be disabled for all the articles. So if I go to the context, there will be no comments. Now over here, I just want to change the order of the menu. The home should be the first option and context should be the second. So I will click on the edit menu and just drag and drop the home just to change the order. Click on the save, and if I go to the main page, here you see you have the home page, and then you have the context page. Now you see the context is coming over here again. Why this is coming? This is for the reason because I have selected display on the front page. So I will edit this. I'll click on it, edit it, and over here, if you see the option, promotion option, I will deselect promoted on the front page and click on the save button. So when I come to the main page, here is the home and here is the contacts. So this is how we can add a contacts page on our Drupal website. We have Drupal up and running. We created new contents, and now I will tell you how to create your own content types in Drupal. As an example, since we are developing a website for a real estate business, so we will create our own content type for the properties. So let's start. We create content types by going to the structure, then select the content type. We have two basic content types, that is the article and the basic page. And now I want to create my own content type. So I will click on add content type. I will name this as property because it will list all the properties for my real estate business. So if you want to write any description, property for sale or rent, I'll click on the save and manage fields. Now over here I have to add fields for the property. So let me add the fields. So the first field I will add, this is the new add new field, and from here I will select the type. Now the first field I want to add is the contact number of the seller. So it is a plain text. So over here I will say text in plain, and over here I will say contact number. Here it says requires the maximum length. The maximum length can be up to 50 or it can be up to 30 because it is only a telephone number. And how many values it allows? It allows one value. It is limited to one value. But if you want to have unlimited values, you can select unlimited. I will select limited and limited to one. If you want to have multiple phone numbers, you can select many, but I will select only one. Here is the label, and here is the help text. You can write contact number of the seller, for example. You can select a default value. Required field, if you click on this, the user has to enter the required field. It is then mandatory. But if I uncheck it, it means that this is an optional field. So I will uncheck it and will leave it like this. Let me add another field. The other field is the covered area, and the covered area is actually an integer number which is in square foot. So I will say covered area in SFT. Save and continue. This is also limited. This is only one number. I don't want any default values. So this is the second field. Similarly, I will add the another field, that is the photos, for example, and the photo is actually it is an image. So I will say photos. You can mention a default image, an alternate text, and a title. I will leave it blank for the time being and limit it to 4 values because the user should be able to add 4 photos. So I will select 4, and this is also an optional field. It is not required. And these are the allowed file extensions, that which file extensions you want to allow the user to add. And this is the file directory. This is how the file will be named. So it will be date, and that it will be year and then month. You can also specify the resolution. I will also leave it blank for the time being. We can change it later, and I will say save settings. Let me add another field, and that is the price. The price is also an integer number, so I will say price. It may be rent of the property, or it may be the value of the property. The default value is also 0. Let me add another, that is the property type. Now the property type, whether it is residential plot or commercial plot, it is the or it is a house, or it is a flat. So it is a list. So I have to select from the list. So I will say property type. Now these are the allowed values in the list. I have to list the values. This will be in the from this list the user will select. So I will say over here, this is a residential plot, or this is commercial plot, or this is a house, or this is a flat. You can add values later. and it is also limited to only one value. You can also specify the default value. For example, the project type, it is a residential plot. This is not the project type, it is actually the property type. Property type. And the next thing is whether it is for rent or it is for sale. It is also a text with two options. So I will say rent or sale type. So I will specify whether it is for rent or it is for sale. These two values will appear. And the last field I will add the default value, I will put it as rent. The last value is the status, whether it is active or it is sold. So again, it is a list of text and it is the status. The status will either be active or it will be inactive. Active means that the property exists, and inactive means that it has been sold out or it has been rented out. And the default value I will put it as active. So this is how we create a content type. So let me revisit it. We have created a property content type with all these fields. We have a body, contact number, covered area, photos, price, property type, property rent type, and status. And one other thing is the area. Sorry, and this is a number, and this I will say area. And in Pakistan we use a unit that is called marla, so I will say area in marla. So that's it. That's it. Now if we go to the structure and we come to the content types, we have three content types. Now we have a property content type, we have a basic page content type, and we have an article content type. So if you want to add some contents, we have, and click on the add, we can add a property, for example. Now these are all the fields that we just added. Now let me add, for example, over here, house for sale in University Town, Peshawar. Oops, we forgot one field, and that is the location field. We have to add it as well. Now let me revisit it. We have to add some more fields. I will go to the structure, content types, and we have to add some more fields. I forgot some fields. For example, I didn't added any address. So the address is actually a text. So I will say a plain text, and this is address or location. I will leave it as it is. I will also add another field, that is the advertisement date, and that is will be time stamp because I want the date from the system. So I will say the add date. In this is the date on which the advertisement has been placed. Over here, this is a required field, and the default value will be the current date and time. So I will leave it blank. Similarly, I need to add the number of bedrooms, and this is an integer. I will say bedrooms. Let me add a default value of 2, and another field, that is the bathrooms, which is also an integer. Bathrooms. Let me also add it. It is as the default value is the number of true. So this is our new content type. Now if we want to add some contents, we go to the contents and add content, and we need to select the property content type. Now you see over here, I will say, for example, house for sale in University Town, Peshawar. I will say excellent house. Contact number is +92. Any number I will give. Covered area is, for example, 2000 square feet. I can add any photos. Price I can mention over here, for example, 1 million or 10 million, and I will say this is a house and this is for sale. Status is active. Area in Marla is, for example, 5 Marla. Address is South Canal Road, University Town, Peshawar. Advertisement date is this. Number of bathrooms or bedrooms are, for example, 4. Number of bathrooms are 3. And when I click on the save, it will be published. So here it is. Now if I go to the main page, it will come over here. There is also another problem in this site, that all the contents are placed on the main page. So we don't want these properties to be displayed on the main page, but there should be another tab for it. There should be another button. So we will do this in our next lecture. See you. Please stay tuned. Thank you very much. Now that we have created our own content type property, we will add contents to our website. We have our real estate website and we want to add properties to this website. So let's add some properties. Here we have our main page. We will go to the content and then click on add content. Now we have 3 content types. Since we are adding property, which is our user defined content type, so we will click on the property. In the title I will say house for sale in University Town. I will leave the body as blank. You can give any contact number. The covered area is, say, for example, 3,500 6,500 square foot. And in the photos, I will add photos of the property. This is the first photo. This is the alternative text is exterior view. I will add another photo, sorry, and this is an interior side. I will say interior. The price is, say, for example, 60 million. 6 million, sorry, and it is a house. Status is active. Area in Marla is 20, and the address is, for example, this one. Number of bedrooms is 8. Number of bathrooms is also 8. and let me save it. So once this is saved, it will be displayed like this. We will format it later, but first of all, let me add some more properties. I will add another property. House for rent in Warsaw Road, shower. The covered area is, for example, 1200 square feet, and I will select a photo. For example, this is the photo. This photo is not accepted because this is a WebP photo. I will select JPEG. This I will select only this. The rent is, for example, 50,000. It is a home. It is for rent. It is active. Area is 15 Marla. Address is Warsaw Road, Peshawar. Number of bedrooms is 5, for example. Bathrooms is also is 4. Let me save it. So here we have another property. Let me add a third one as well. Property. House for sale. Contact number is any number. Covered area, let me just view. Covered area is 3500. Photo is this one. This is exterior view. The rent is, for example, 30,000. It is a house and it is rent. Area is 5 Marla. Address is University Town, Peshawar. Number of bedrooms is 3. Bathrooms is 2. Let me add a last one. And content, add property, plot for sale. Contact number is this. Covered area is 0 because a plot has no covered area. The price is, for example, this much. It is a residential plot. It is for sale and the area is 10 Marla. The address is Defense Officers Colony, Peshawar. Number of bathrooms is 0 and this is also 0 because it is a plot. So we have added 4 properties. If we go to the contents and we see over here, we have added 4 properties in this Drupal website. Now the problem is how to display it. If we come to the home, these are the properties which are not property displayed. Now what I want to do in the next step is that I want a separate welcome page and then a properties page over here, a properties tab over here in the menu. When this menu button is clicked, all the properties are displayed. So in the next video I will tell you how to do this. So stay tuned. In the last video we added some properties contents in our Drupal website. Now we will create a view for the properties. We will create a custom view to view our properties. So let's start. Now, after adding some contents, this is our main page of our Drupal site. If you see, everything comes on this main page. Now, the first thing I will do is that I want only this contents to be displayed in the front page. And this, if you see, this is node number 1. So how I will do, I will go to the configuration, then go to the basic site settings, and in the basic site settings, in the front page, the default front page, I will, instead of node, I will say node/1. So when I click on save and I go to the site, now this is the main page and other contents are not displayed. Now what I will do, that I will create the uh, properties view to view my properties. So for that, I will go to the structure and then click on the views and add view. Click on add view. Now I will name this view as properties, which will list the properties. I will, and I can also write description, and I will say list of properties in real estate. In the view settings, you will say content, and of content type, I will not select all content type because I only want the content type property, so I will select property only. And sorted by, you can give any sort order. I will say newest first, and over here I will create a new page. The title of the page will be properties and the path will be properties. The number of items that will be displayed on the view are 10. I will select all the defaults, and then I will click on save and edit. So we have a new view with the name properties, and here is the page, here is the title, here is the format, the fields are here, and the page settings are here. So when I click on the save, I will just save the defaults and it will be saved. Now if this is the path of the page, so when I click on the properties, it will be we can change the path. Now let me check it if there is any change on my site /realtors. Oh, I can't see any change. This is not viewed. How can I view? I can view it by writing properties over here /properties. Now if you see, these are the properties over here. Now the next thing I want is to add it to the menu. So I can go to the advanced settings. No, I can click on the menu. Sorry. Where is, let me check. I will click on the menu. There is no menu. I will select this, and I will say normal menu entry, and the menu property I will say properties. You can write any description, and over here the parent, you need to select the parent menu. It is the main navigation, so I will leave it as it is, and then click on the apply. Now when I click on the apply, click on save and go to the site again and restart. We have a new tab, that is the properties. So we have the properties over here listed. Properties are listed here. Now if you want this to be the default page of your website, you can go to the configuration and basic site settings, and instead of writing /node1 you can say properties and save configuration and go to the website. So when the website is opened, this will be the first page which will be displayed, and if you want to go to the home, this is also the home, this is the properties. So you can then eliminate it and make this as the first page. So let me edit it and delete this option. Sorry. Okay, so leave it for the time. Let's see. This is the new view that we have created. Now we will fine tune our view to change its look and feel for the user. So in the next video, I will tell you how to make changes to the views to make it more attractive to the users. So we will go to this view and we will have some changes in the properties view. So please stay tuned. Now that we have created a new view for our properties in the real estate, I will tell you how to customize the view. So let's start. Now this is the properties view in which each content is shown like this. This is content 1, plot for sale, house for sale, house for rent, house for sale. And if I click on any of the content, details will be displayed like this. Now let me go to the structure, and then in the structure I will go to the views, and in the views I will select the properties view, and then I will select edit. Now objective of editing or customizing this view is to have the properties listed in a grid form. So we have this view, and so I will come to the format, and in the format, if you see, we have the format as unformatted list. If I open it in another window, it is an unformatted list. Now I want to convert this view into a grid view. So over here I will go to this, I'll select the unformatted list, and these are different options for the view. So I will select responsive grid and then select apply. Now over here there are different options. The first one is maximum number of columns. So instead of 4 I will select 3, and then the minimum grid cell width is 100 pixels. I will leave all these as default and click on apply. When I come to the preview, it will be previewed like this. So we have a title, then we have submitted by, and then we click on the read more, it will give us more information. But I want to have maximum feeds in this grid. So what I will do, I will go to the content, and from the content I will select the fields, and then I will apply it. I will leave everything as default, click on apply, and if you see over here, this fields is now enabled, and the content shows only one information, and that is the title. And this is how the grid will look like. We have only one field displayed in the grid, and that is the title. So let me add another field, For example, I will add the field address. I will say add and configure field. Now in the field there are different options. I will say create a label to display a label. The formatter is a plain text. You can give it any format from this list. The style, you can also select the style. You can also rewrite the results and so on. So let me create a label for it, and the label is address, for example. Place a colon after the label. Let me see how it looks like. So it is the label and it is the address field displayed over here. Let me change this field. Let me exclude the label. Click on apply and see what happens. You see there is no address written over here. So I will check it again. I will create a label and will say address and don't want to have a colon. The formatter is any, for example, I will say username, and let me check it. So here it is. Now I will add other fields as well. So I will click on add and I will select the field from the list. So I will select advertisement date, area, bathrooms, bedrooms, photos, price, property type, don't want to select the status, title is already selected, changed, ID. So these are all the fields that I want. Let me revisit again. That's it. I will say add and configure. Sorry, this is, I selected the wrong, I selected filter. I don't need to add filters, but the fields. So in the fields, I will say add date. Address is already there. Then the area, bathrooms, bedrooms, contact number, covered area, photos, price, and that's it. I will say add and configure field. So formatter is, this is for the content add date. So the date format, I will select the medium format, default medium format. It is already selected. Style settings is use feed template. I will leave it to the default. Then I will say create a label, and in the label I will say add date or advertisement date. Apply and continue. The second one is a content area in Marla. So I will say area in Marla, apply and continue. And then I will say create a label for the bathrooms. And then create a label for the bedrooms. Apply and continue. Contact number. And then covered area. And then the photos. For photos, I don't need any label. And for the price, I need a label, so I will say price. Apply. Now, if I come down, here is the properties listed. Here it is. Now, there is one thing that we need to add, that if we write address over here, the address is displayed on the next line, and similarly the label is displayed on the top, and then the date is displayed downwards. We need it in the same line. So let us check how can we do it. Now, for example, let me check in the address, and if I remove this, no, it's not like this. We can also rearrange the fields. For example, if you want to display the photo just after the title, we will go to the fields and click on rearrange. So here is the photo. I will put it at the top after the title and click on apply. So here it comes. Now, if you want to change the date to the date format, you can go to the configuration, and then go to the date and time formats, and in the medium format I will change the default medium format to DMY. So when we come back to the site and we click on the properties, I didn't save the view. Oops, I have to do it again. I will save it and go to the properties, and here it is. So we have a new view of our properties. Now the next step will be to group the properties according to their type. This is for example, we will separate the residential properties from the rental, from the commercial properties, and we will have different tabs. As we have in the structure, we have different property types. So based on these property types, we will group the properties in different categories. So in the next video, I will tell you how to group these properties. We customized our views in the previous tutorial, but let us do some more customization to our views so that you get a good concept of the views in Drupal. Now let's start. This is our main properties view. You see over here. Now if I go to the structure, and let me make some changes in the view. I'll go to the views and then select the properties view and edit it. Now if you see, I have selected the fields over here, and when I select the field, I have to give individual fields that I want to display in this view. Now I will click on this and I will change it to the content, and when I change it to the content, the view mode, I can have different view modes. For example, the default is the teaser view mode. I will select the default, and if I select the default and click on apply and see the preview, you will see a view like this. Now if you see, we have the labels of every field which is written at the top of the field. Now what I want, that I want to put the label and the value in the same line, just to save some space. Now what I will do, I can't do it in the views. What I will do, that I will save the view and I will go to the content types. So I will go to the structure and then go to the content type, and in the properties content type I will manage the field. Now if you come to this manage fields window, you need to come to the manage display, and in the manage display, in every, this is the field name, this is the label, and this is the format. We have 3 columns in it. So if you see, we have the field name contact number, and the label is above. It means that the label will be displayed above the field. So I don't want above, I need inline. Similarly, I'll make it inline. For the photos, I don't need any label, so I will hide it. And for the price, I will make it inline. Property type, I will make inline. Status is inline. This is inline. Actually, the status is not needed, so I will disable this field. Let me disable this field. Let me put it under the disabled. Similarly, I will make all these fields as inline. Now when I save it, let me open it in another window. It will be displayed in a better format. You see, this is now a better format. Now the next thing I will do, that I think 2 columns will be sufficient for the grid. So I will go to the views, and then go to the properties view, edit it, and then instead of responsive grid, I will select the grid, and the number of columns, instead of 3, I will say 2. Now if you see, let me refresh it, you will see the difference. This is now in a better format. Now if you see, we have this 80,000, we need a comma for the thousands, so let me make these changes. Again, I need to go to the structure, content types, manage fields, manage display, and then in the covered area there is settings. So over here, here is written 1000 marker, so I will say comma, update, Similarly for the image settings, I will say image loading is lazy. It's okay, no need to change it. Then for the bedrooms, there is no need for the commas here because the figures are not too high. And let me put the photo at the top. You can change the order of the fields as you want. Now over here you see, here is the comma. I forgot the comma for the price. So let me change for the price as well. Here is a comma. I will save it. So here it is. Now these are all the properties displayed over here. Now as I told you before, the next thing that I want to filter out the rented property from the sale property. So there are two types of the properties. If we go to the main content type, we have rent or sale type. So this can either be rent or sale. Now what I want to do is to separate the two properties and put it over here. Now the first thing I need to do is I will go to the views, and in the views I will go to the properties view. I will edit it. Now I need to make a copy of this view of this page. So I will say duplicate page. So this is one page, and I will also duplicate this page. So there will be another page. So there are two pages. So this page I will name this page as rental, and this page I will name it as sale. I will also change the URL. This will be sale, and this will be, sorry, I made a mistake over here. When I want to make some changes, I will make it as rental. So this is rental and this is this is sale. Let me save it. Now logically all these three pages are the same. Now how can I, instead of this page, I will display this, name this as all, mean all properties. Now in the rental page, since I want only the rental properties, what changes I will make? I will make the change in the filter criteria over here, and I will add another filter. And in the filter, what I will search, I will say rent or sale. Rent sale type. This is the field. So, and this is for this page. Remember that you need to click this option, this page override, because if you say for all pages, then the filter will be applied for all the pages. So make sure that you select this page override. And over here is, there are different operators and there is criteria. So in the operator, I will say is one of rent, and now I will apply. So it will show me only no value found in the filter. Okay, I think there are no values for the rent. So you make changes in this, save it, and then come to the let me go to the contents. Sorry, go to the site and see if there are rental properties or not. Here is rental, rent sale type. Here it is. Let me go to the views again. Properties view and rental. The filter criteria is one of rent. It is okay. It has been saved. Let me check for the sale, and over here I will say sale. It has been saved. Now we have three displays. One is all, one is rental, and one is sale. Now how can I display the sale value? I can display the sale by realtors say sale, and it will give me only the properties for the sale. And if I go for the rental, it will show me properties for the rent. Let me check. There is some problem in this rental. So we have two URLs. One is rental, and it will give us only the rental properties. And if we select the slash all, it will give us all the properties. It will give us all the properties, rental and for sale. And if we select slash sale, it will give us the properties for sale. Now the next thing is that we need to correct this, the titles, because all of them are giving the same title, properties, properties, properties. So again, we need to go to the structure, views, and the properties. Now here the title is the properties. This is okay. For the rental, we need to change the title, and we need to this page override, and we will say rental properties. Apply this. In the advanced, in the menu, we also need to change it to rental. We will save it, then go to the sale. We will change the title to this page override first, for sale, and we'll also change the menu, make it a sale, save it, go back to the site. So here we have. Now if you look at the menu, we don't need the home option over here, so we will edit the menu and we will make it at the top. Put rental, then for sale, and then we will change the order. Now if you go to the menu, these are the properties. These are all the properties. And I think we made some mistake. These are not showing all the properties, so let me go again to the views and go to the properties. Over here we have added the sale, and you know why this problem occurred? This is because we didn't select this page override. So I will select this and it will say this page override. This is very important and we need to remove it. So if I go back, these are all the properties, both for rent and for sale, and we have these are rental properties, and then in the next page we have properties for sale. So in this way you can categorize the contents based on a filter. You can apply as many filters as you want. If you come back, you can and come see the views. Let me revisit it. You can combine, you can apply as many filters as you want over here. So in this page I have applied 2 filters, and in the rental page I have applied 3 filters. You see on the content, rent type and sale, and over here I have also applied 3 filters, but it is equal to sale. You can also change the sort criteria. For example, I want to remove this sort criteria and add another sort criteria. For example, I want to have the sort criteria on the advertisement date. So I will apply this, and I can say sort descending. So you can sort the properties by different criteria. I have used the advertisement date. So this is how you configure your views using the views option in Drupal. Now in the next video I will tell you how to add users and how users can be registered to your website, and they will be able to display or add properties. So please stay connected. Thank you very much. Now we come to users and permissions, because in our real estate website we would like to add authenticated users, and the authenticated users should be able to add properties to the website if they want to sell or rent out. So let's start. Now this is the main page. We have logged in as administrator. So if you go to the dashboard, and at the top you will see a tab for the people. If you click on the people, you will see 4 options. The first one is the list, which lists the users registered on the website. So we have only one user, admin. The status is active and the role is administrator, and he is member since 1 day and 21 hours, and the last access is this one. Now if you go to the roles, by default there are 4 roles defined in the Drupal: anonymous user, authenticated user, content editor, and administrator. And every role has specific permissions. When you add a user, you have to assign him a role. So for example, this user admin is assigned the role of administrator. One user can be assigned multiple roles. Now let's come to the permissions, and in the permissions we want authenticated users to be able to add new properties. So here is permission and here are the 4 roles. So we will come to the content over here, node. Now since we want the authenticated user to add new property, so we will come to this option, property, create new content, and we'll click on the authenticated user. If we also want to allow the user to delete his own content, so we can allow him to delete his own content. Similarly, if you want to edit his own property content, we can assign him uh, this usage, and that's it. So this is what roles what actions we want to allow to these users, to authenticated user. So this is how we allowed authenticated users to add new property, edit property, and delete his own property. We will save the permission. Now if we come to the to our main site, since we are registered here and we are logged in here as an admin user, we would like uh, the users, the anonymous users, to be authenticated and registered to this website. So how they will be authenticated and registered? We have to give some options over here in the main page to let them registered in on the website. So we will do this in the next video. In this tutorial, I will tell you how to allow anonymous users to register to our website. Now, here we have the main page of our website. We would like to have some option for adding the users on our system. So we will go to the structure, block layout, and in the secondary menu, we will put a block, and that is the user account menu. I put the user account menu and I don't need to display the title. Let me save the block. Save block. When I come back to the content, I get this information, my account and log out. Since I'm logged into this, I already log in, so it is giving me log out. So when I click on the log out, this is how the page will look like to the anonymous users. So when he clicks on the login page, he will either enter his username and password, and if he is not registered, he will click on the create user account. So over here he can give an email, for example, heatherkhalil@yahoo.com, and username you can give it any name, for example Heather. You can select a picture, and contact settings, allow the users, uh, just leave it, create new account. Now thank you for applying for the account is currently pending approval. Now when this email is sent, this is sent, it will send an email to the administrator. So if you are the administrator, you will receive an email, and you have to allow these users to be a valid user for this system. Now let me log into the system as administrator. I will log in as administrator with my username and password. Now if I go to the people now and I see the list, let me change it. And if I see the list, I will see that the user header has been added, but the status is blocked. So if I go to the edit, now the administrator will allow these users and make it as active. Once he is active, you can save it. And the status will be changed. Now an email will be sent to the user that he is active now and he can then log into the system. So this is how a user is registered to our system. Now once the user is registered and he logs into the system, we need a mechanism to allow him to add properties. So we need an option over here. For example, this menu will not be accessible to the authenticated user since this is an admin dashboard, and we add the content by clicking on the add content and then on the add property. So this is the URL that is used for adding a property. What we will do is that we will add a menu to have this link in the menu option where the user can add the property. So let's go to the main website. We will go to the structure and then menus, and we will have an add menu. We can give it any title, for example, add a new property. Save it, and we can have add a link, and the link will be add new, or we can say add new property, and over here we will have the link as /node/add/property. We can write in the description add new property to the website, and we will click on save. Now once we have created this menu, we need to put it in some block. So we will go to the block layout, and in the block layout we can put it in the let me put it in the sidebar. You can put it anywhere, but I will put it in the sidebar. Here it is, add new property, place block, and I don't want to display the title, so I will uncheck this, and then I will say save block. And save block, and then back to the site. So we have this option over here for the users. So when he clicks on this, the new property will be added by the registered users. There is one other thing, let me tell it that we don't want to show this to all the users. So let's go to the configure block, and we will have the role over here that it is only available to the authenticated users, and anonymous users should not see it. Authenticated users, the content writer or the administrator. So we will have save the block, and that's it. So this is how you can add users and allow users to add properties to the real estate website. And with this, I think we have finished what we have planned to do. We have now a real estate website with properties available online, in where the users can be added. The new users can register themselves and they can add the properties. So thank you very much. Thank you for attending the course. I will also add some other things in few other videos. So please stay connected. Thank you very much. In this tutorial, I will tell you how to export Drupal website from WAMP localhost to online hosting. You know that we made all our development on our local machine using the WAMP server, and now that we have finalized our website, we would like to have it online using any hosting service. Now, there are several steps involved in exporting Drupal website from WAMP localhost to online hosting. The first step will you do on the local machine, and that is to backup the database using PHP my admin export option. The second step is to zip the main folder in a zip file. You can name it website.zip. Now, this is what we have to do on our local machine. And on our hosting server, you need to log into your hosting website. Then you go to the PHP my admin, import the database. And after importing the database, you go to the file manager, and we need to upload the website.zip file in the public HTML folder. And after that, you need to make some changes in the settings.php file and these settings are regarding the database name and the user credentials. That is the user and name and the password. So let's start with our first step, and that is backup the database on our local machine. So we have our local host over here. We will go to the PHP my admin, and in the PHP my admin I will select my database, that is the real estate, and in this I will click on the export, and I will select the SQL format. There are different formats. I'll click on the export, and I can export it on with the database realestate.sql. Now let me overwrite. Now we have the SQL file over here. This is the first step. Now the second step is to unzip the folder, the main folder. So I will go to my WAMP main folder. Here is my main folder for my website, Realtors. So I have different websites. So all the websites are listed over here as folders. What I will do that I will create a zip file. To archive, and I need to select the zip version. It takes some time because it's a large file, around 300 MB I think, so be patient. So here it is. We have the realtors.zip file. So this is what we did on our local machine. The next thing is that we will log into our hosting server. Now I have hosted my website on Bluehost, so I will go to the Bluehost server, and over here I will give the credentials. So here we are. I have logged into my hosting. I will go to the advanced options. So we will go to the advanced options, and under the advanced options we will go to the PHP My Admin. But before going to the PHP My Admin, we need to create a database. So we will go to MySQL databases, and over here we will create a new database. I will give it the name real estate. Create database. Now, since I have already created this database, it says already exists, but you can create this database. Now, once you have created the database, the next thing is to go to the PHP My Admin. Here is my PHP My Admin, and you select the database. So I will select my real estate database. Now, if you see this database, real estate database, is empty. Now I will import the SQL file that I exported from the local host. So over here I will click on the import and then choose the file. Now let me check. Now here is the real estate SQL file. Open it, and then the format is SQL as I mentioned in the previous step, and I'll click on the go. It will take some time. I've got this error. The error is unknown collation UTF-8 this. Now if you get this error, don't worry, you just open your SQL file. I'll go to the check the SQL file and replace this string with the string general CI UTF-8MB4 underscore general underscore CI. Now replace all. That's it, and I will save it, close the SQL, and import this again. So I will go to the import, choose the file realestate.sql, and click on go. So we have the error resolved, and we have imported the tables. Now if you go to the database, you will see all the tables imported. So we have imported the database. The next step is that we will go to the file manager and copy all the zip file and unzip it. So let's go again to the advanced options. I will go to the file manager. Now this is the public HTML folder, and over here I will upload the file, the zip file. So let me check where this zip file is. So,
Ben tuğla başlayacağım. Zira pakino.
Mastic दो बफर करो चटनी मंडी और सराव करो कैसी फेस्टिवल कैसी ऐसी पिला रहा शमर तो खुशहाल है İsim işte bana.
कब्जा कर लिया तो वो सख्त सजा होती है इनके लिए तुमसे डरने वाले हैं ज़ालिका बिअन्नहुम कौमुन ला यफ़क़हून इसलिए कि ये नासमझ लोग हैं इनकी मत मारी हुई है ला युकातिलूनकुम जमीअन ये तुमसे कभी भी मुत्तहिद होकर जंग नहीं करेंगे आमने सामने इल्ला फी कुरम मुखस्सनतिन सवाए उन बस्तियों में कि जो जिनकी गिर्द फसील हो यानी ये कि जो गड़ियों की सूरत में हो या कलों की सूरत में हो आओ मिन वराए जुदुर या कोई दीवार के पीछे से वो पत्थर फेंक दें ये इस तरह तो तुम्हारे खिलाफ लड़ सकते हैं मैदान में आके तुमसे लड़ने वाले नहीं है ये अच्छा वैसे आप सोचें तो अब जो जदीद जंग है ना ये ऐसी ही है मतलब मोर्चा क्या है पहले अपने तहफ़्फ़ुज़ का सामान फिर उसके बाद किसी को गोली मारनी है या गोला मारना है या जो भी मारना है अच्छा ये बैनुल बर्रे आज़मी मिसाइल क्यों बनाए ताकि हमें ना मरना पड़े दूसरा मरे ये जहाज क्यों बनाए ताकि ऊपर से उसको मारे हम बच जाएं और फिर वो 40,000 फुट से ऊपर वाले जहाज क्यों बनाए ताकि उनका कोई मिसाइल भी हम तक न पहुंचे जो जहाज गिराने वाला मिसाइल हो और वैसे भी जो जहाज भी बनाए जाते हैं उसमें शायद इतने जंग की सलाहियत नहीं रखी जाती जितना पायलट को बचाने का एहतमाम किया जाता है कि अगर वो हिट हो गया जहाज तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली उसकी सीट निकल जाए ताकि वो बच जाए उसको पूरा पता था मैंने बच जाना है और फिर आगे वो सारे कवानीन है कि जब गिरे तो उसके बाद उसे बहुत मेहमान नवाजी करनी है अच्छे तरीके से उसको संभाल के रखना है तो ये सार दर हकीकत पूरा जो जंगी प्रोटोकॉल है वो इस उसूल पर है कि पहले अपनी हिफाजत कर लो वो बख्तरबंद गाड़ी की सूरत में हो टैंक की सूरत में हो मोर्चे की सूरत में हो या ये कि जो भी उसके कोई बंकर बना लो फिर उसके बाद जंग तो ये वो जंग है गोया जो कुरान ने कहा ये कभी भी सामने आके जंग नहीं कर सकते वो बात आज भी बिल्कुल पूरी होती है बासुहुम बैनहुम शदीद इनकी आपस में बड़ी सख्त जंग है वैसे आज भी जो दो जो कहते हैं ना मेतादी हैं वो एक दूसरे की टांग भी बराबर खींचते रहते हैं तहसबुहुम जमीअन व कुलूबुहुम शत्ता तुम इन्हें समझते हो ये सब एक हैं वो जब ये कहते हैं जी हम अलाई हैं तो तुम सचमुच समझ लेते हो ये अलाई हैं इनके दिल आपस में फटे हुए हैं इनके अपने मफादात का टकराव है ये कभी भी जो है उस तरह मुत्तहिद हो ही नहीं कोई मकसद होता है ना जो एक कर देता है वो कोई मकसद है ही नहीं ये तो अपने अपने लालच अपने अपने मफादात अपने अपने पेट पूजा के लिए तो जब ये बात हो तो उसमें तो कभी इत्तेहाद और इत्तेफाक और मोहब्बत और यगानगत कभी पैदा हो ही नहीं सकती ज़ालिका बिअन्नहुम कौमुन ला याक़िलून ये इसलिए कि इनके ये लोग हैं जो अकल से काम नहीं लेते सोचते नहीं कमसलिल लज़ीना मिन क़ब्लिहिम क़रीबन उन मिसाल उन लोगों की जो पहले ही करीब रहते थे यानी बनु कहनका जो पहले निकाले गए ज़ाक़ू वबाल अम्रिहिम जिन्होंने अपने गलती का वबाल का मजा चख लिया वलहुम अज़ाबुन अलीम और उनके लिए दर्दनाक अज़ाब है यानी अब इनके लिए भी वही होगा जो उनके साथ हो चुका कमसल शैतान अब वो जो जिन्होंने कहा था ना तुम निकलो हम तुम्हारे साथ देंगे और तुम्हारे साथ लड़ाई हुई तो हम भी तुम्हारी तरफ से लड़ेंगे फ्रंट लाइन अलाई बनेंगे या वो कोई नारा मार दे हरावल
Now this is downloading. It takes some time, so be patient for this. Now 100% uploaded. We will go to the main public HTML folder, and here is our zip file. We will extract it, and we will extract it in the public HTML folder. Sorry. Now all files have been extracted. Let me close it. Now I will give the URL for the. Let me first check it where it is. Here should be. Here is my folder, realtors folder. So since I have uploaded it as a subfolder, I will. This is my main website, electionshub.org/realtors. Oops, it's giving me the error. The website encountered an unexpected error. Now this error is due to the incorrect database and file name. Now what you need to do is again go to the file manager, go to the main folder, the realtors folder. Inside the realtors folder, go to the sites folder, and inside the sites folder we have a default folder, and in the default we have the settings.php file. You need to edit it. Now when you go to this file and come down, you will see the database entry. Database is entry, in which we have three options. We have multiple options, but we need to make changes in these three options: database, user, and password. Now from where we can make these changes, we have to again go to the control panel and select from the databases. In the advanced tab, under the advanced tab, we will go to the database, and then we will select MySQL databases. And over here we will see that over here you will see we have a database, and that is we have a, a database, dgmnqlmy underscore real estate, with no user, and we have to assign user to this database. First of all, we need to assign user to this database. Now this database name will be placed in the settings file. So let me first of all copy this database name in the settings file. This is the database name, and then we will go to the select the user. We have this header user over here, so we will assign this user to the database. Now how can I assign? From here I will select the database real estate, and from here I will select the user. Sorry, here is the database, and here is the user. Sorry, add user to database. I will select header user, and I will assign it to the real estate database and click on the add. Now over here I will select all privileges, manage user privileges. I will grant all privileges to this user, and we have assigned the header user to the real estate database. Now let me copy this username and put it in the settings file. And the next thing is that you will put the password. So I will also make changes to the password. You can give it the password. For example, this is my password. Now once you make all these changes, you click on the save button. Now it will be saved. Now when this is saved, let us check this again. I will refresh it. Sorry, the server is temporarily unable. There is some error in the server. Yes, it is. So it's up and running. So we have successfully exported the website from our local host to our Bluehost hosting service. If you open the local host, realtors, let me close the other tabs. This is the realtors, this is the local host, and this is the hosting, online hosting. You will see no difference in this. So this is how we can export our website, our Drupal website from WAMP localhost to our online hosting. This video was little bit long, but it was because there was several steps. I hope you have enjoyed it, and it is very important topic of this course. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending the course. See you in the next course. Thank you.